In this video, we are going to be finding the total cost, including tax or markup. Okay, so tax is added on and markup is just a raised price. So both of these are going to be increasing in price. So our first problem says, oh, by the way, it says round all answers to near cent as necessary. All right, wholesale price for a chair is $137. A certain furniture store marks up the wholesale price by 11%. Find the price of the chair. Okay, so I'm going to do this first one in two different ways to show you there are two different ways of doing this. And then I'm going to do the second way for the rest of the problem. So the first way is two steps. Okay, so what we would do is first figure out what 11% of the 137 is. So 11%, first I need to change to a decimal by dividing it by 100, so it would be 0.11. Okay, and I would multiply that times the 137 to figure out what 11% of 137 is. Okay, so if I multiply that in my calculator, so 137 times 0.11 or 0.11, either way. Okay, so you get $15.07. So 15.07. Okay, so now that we've figured out what 11% of the 137 is, we can add it to the original amount. So it went up by 11%. We found what 11% is, add it to the 137. So it'll be 137 plus $15.07. Okay, so if we add that, 15 or 137 plus 15.07, we get $152.07. Okay, so we don't have to worry about rounding that one because it's already cut off at the cent mark. If it went another decimal past this, we would have to worry about rounding. Okay, so that's one way of doing it. Figure out 11% of the original and then add that to the original. Now for the second way, we combine both of those steps into one step. So this is the way I'm going to do the rest of these problems here. So first, the 137 is 100% of the original price. Okay, so this is the starting price, so it's 100% of the original price. We're raising it by 11%. So we add 11% to that, which would give us 111%. Now, to change that to a decimal, I divide it by 100, which would move the decimal place twice, so here and here. So to change it to a decimal, that would be 1.11. And you can do that in the calculator as well. I'll show you. 111 divided by 100 gives us 1.11. Okay, so that number is 111%. So all I have to do now, instead of like I did here, find the 11% and then add it, this I just multiply to the original and I'll automatically get the answer. So I'm going to do $137 and I'm going to multiply it by 1.11. Okay, so when I do that, let's see, I get 137 times 1.11 and I get the same answer as I did over there, $152.07. Okay, so I think this way is better because it's only one step, but you can do it either way. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, this one, a bicycle has a listed price of $621.98 before tax. If the sales tax is 6.5%, find the total cost of the bicycle with the sales tax included. So the 6.5% is getting added to this number. Okay, so this number will be the 100%. It's 100% of the original price, right? But we're changing that. We're adding 6.5% to that, which would end up giving us 106.5%. So to change that to a decimal, we would move the decimal place twice to the left. Okay, so if we did that, it would convert to a decimal, which would be 1.065. Okay, that's the decimal we're going to multiply by. So I take the $621.98 and I multiply it by 1.065. Okay, and when I do that, let's see what we get. So 621.98, 0.98 times 1.065. Okay, so that gives me that number. I'm going to have to worry about rounding. So that gives me $662. And let's see, how would we round that? So this is 10 cents and this is single cents. Okay, so 40 cents is what we have here, but we look at this 8 is going to make this 0 go up by 1 because we have to round to the cent, which is this digit right here. So the 8 makes it go up, so it's 41 cents. So 0.41. Okay, so that doesn't even look like a money sign. Let's write it over here. Okay, so $662.41. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, for the last one. The TV has a listed price of $895.99 before tax, and the sales tax rate is 9.75%. So the original $895.99 is 100%. It's going to be raised by 9.75% because of taxes. So that will end up giving us 109.75%. Okay, and if I was to write that as a decimal, I would move the decimal twice, so it would be 1.0975. So this is the number I'm going to multiply the original by. So I got the original, which is $895.99, and I'm going to multiply it by 1.0975. Let's see what I get when I put that in my calculator. Okay, so 895.99 times 1.0975. Okay, a lot of decimals there. The big number though is $983. Remember, this is the cents right here where the 4 is. So since the next number is a 9, this 4 gets raised to a 5. So it'll be 35 cents, 0.35. And that's the problem.